Today, I'm going to try out a unique beer that I picked up while I was on my recent trip to Indiana. Let's check it out. Hey everybody, here we are once again at the Boozy Beaver Pub for Shane's craft beer review. Today I'm going to be trying a style of beer that I have never tried before. It's kind of a combination of two styles that I really enjoy, so I'm really excited to try it out. So slap your tail on a stool, belly up to the bar, and let's check it out. Okay guys, so today we have the Dragon's Milk Crimson Keep. This comes from New Holland Brewing, and this is a bourbon barrel-aged red ale. I've never tried a bourbon barrel-aged red ale before. This comes in at a pretty impressive 11% alcohol by volume. A quick little write-up here says, "Storm the Keep. Heavily fortified, the Keep is the last bastion standing between a brave knight and heroic victory. Unless, of course, they have a dragon. Crimson Keep is aged in bourbon barrels for 1 month deep within the Dragon's Milk cellar. The deep red color is evidence of being battle-tested. A smooth, malt-forward flavor profile is highlighted by notes of toffee, stone fruits, and oak that lead to a pleasantly dry finish." Well, this sounds pretty awesome. Let's get into it. Yes, like I said, very excited to get into this. Bourbon barrel-aged red ale. Never heard of such a thing. Also, I should point out that, like I said, I picked this up when I was on my trip to Indiana. So this beer comes courtesy of Todd and Shannon from What's Your Beer. Two absolutely amazing people. Go check out their channel if you get a chance. Yeah, so I'm kind of looking, like I said, it's gonna, yeah, I was just gonna say, I'm expecting something that looks like a red ale, but a nice bourbon flavor in there. Like I said, this is an 11%er, so definitely going to be quite interesting. A couple of, I just want to see if there's anything else just written on the can here, or on the can. It's a bottle, dumbass, Jesus. Apparently Shane needs glasses, because I cannot tell the difference between a bottle and a can. But that's all right. Let's get a quick little nose on here, guys. Definitely getting some maltiness. That bourbon, it does smell a bit boozy. It's 11%. Of course it's going to smell a bit boozy. It smells quite nice. I almost want to say I'm getting a touch of like a dark fruit in there, but maybe that's just the bourbon mixing with everything else. Color-wise, I cannot see through that. That is just hazy as hell. I don't know if it's hazy, but it's dark. You cannot see through that at all. Anyway, let's get a little taste here. Once again, Todd and Shannon, thank you guys for an amazing weekend that we had. Cheers, and to everybody else, cheers as well. Okay, first of all, there's a whole lot of stuff going on in here. I'm actually thrown off. Oh, I should turn that bottle around. I'm a little thrown off. There's actually a lot going on in the flavor here. Give me one quick sec. I'm going to go in for a quick little drip again. There's so much coming at you. As soon as you drink this, there's so much coming at you. You're getting that maltiness. You're getting that nice kind of toffee kind of flavor. You're getting that booziness. You're getting a touch of a caramel. I get this lingering kind of, not overly sweet, but a little bit of a caramelly sweetness going on in my mouth. Super smooth to drink. It doesn't taste overly boozy, and there's something else in there too. That's really just kind of smashing it all together, and I don't know what it is, so I'm going to take a look at this one more time. Yeah, it's got a very unique sweetness to it. Like I said, I'm getting that toffee, but there's also, I know bourbon's not sweet. I mean, for the most part. I wonder if it's like a bourbon sweet, like it's just I don't even know how to describe what the sweet. If anybody else there has had this, you know what I'm talking about right now. So, you know what? I'm also, now that I'm sitting there lingering, I'm almost, that toffee is actually kind of going into like a sponge toffee kind of flavor, not without the sweetness. I mean, there is a little bit of sweetness, but it's not as sweet as a sponge toffee. That's what it reminds me of. I think that it's that toasted You know, sponge toffee, you almost get that kind of, almost like a burnt toffee or a toasted toffee, not really burnt, but a toasted toffee. That's what I'm getting at. I think that's what it is. I think it's the toasted toffee that's throwing me a great addition to this beer though. Yeah, it's smooth, just really nice. Like I said, you can tell it's a little bit boozy. I'm not getting a big alcohol burn because everything is just so smooth and very, very well packaged. Now, I know my good friend Vanessa is a big fan of Dragon's Milk. Now, I don't know if I think it's just the regular Dragon's Milk that she likes, but I'm sure she has tried the Crimson Keep. This is fantastic. I really like this. It's a nice combination of flavor. Like I said, this is how I'm talking. I'm excited about this beer. It threw me off a lot because I wasn't expecting just a complex, just bombardment of flavors just to come at me right away. And that's what this, and I wish I had more goddamn, hey, you know what that means, Todd? I gotta come back down and visit, brother. That's all that means. Because I can't get this in my area, so I gotta go back down to Indiana. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys get a chance, please pick up one of these and try it. And then come back here to my video and put a little comment down at the bottom on how you liked it. I love this. So I'm gonna give this a 4.5. 4.5. It's really, I almost want to give it a 4.75. Hang on. I'm going to stick with 4.5. Really, really excellent beer. I do highly recommend this. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Cheers.